Hi there, it's me. I'm here to address something that I see people struggling with a lot on the gallery with their builds. Um, and I've been playing the game pretty much since the dawn of time. I rode a dinosaur into Sims 1, so I've had a little practice as far as building goes, and I thought this is something I can help with, so I might as well. So here I am. We're going to be talking about building a uh, floor underneath the roof, um, like an upper level, but they want it to be tucked under the roof, like in real life, like in a Cape Cod style house. We've got two here. This is one of my houses that are on the gallery. The green one is how it actually comes. It's called the Hawthorne Super Basic, and it is on my gallery, which is Roman T. Brandt 84. Remember the T, otherwise you won't find it. But if you decide you want it after watching this video, by all means, download it. I can use the downloads all the time. But I made these two different colors so we'd know which one is which. But I want to address some roadblocks people can run into, and why I think a lot of people do a fake second floor. Aside from the fact that a lot of people just like to play with like a single story house, um, there's also a deterrent when it comes to that because the roof gets in the way. And I'll show you what I mean. This one is also 2 stories, but you notice you can't see into the second floor. You can only go down into the first floor, and you've got the stairs there, so there's obviously a second floor in there, but you can't see unless you go walls all the way down, right? That's the only way you can see. Now this second floor isn't finished because I won't be keeping it like this very long. I was just using it as a example. But if you put the walls half up, the second floor goes away again. Another thing is a lot of people will try to get around this by doing a dormer window somewhere, and you can kind of see into it that way. But again, the roof is blocking most of the second floor. There is a way around this. Let me show you this other house and what it looks like, and I'll show you how I do it, and hopefully that'll help you out. Look at me, being the Bob Ross of simming. Oh, chop me into firewood. Okay, here's the other one. So you can see it's the same house, different color. I prefer the blue, honestly. I might upload one that's blue because I really like it. So we've got the stairs, but when you go upstairs, you can see into the second floor. And then even with walls half up, you can see into the second floor. So there's a trick to this, actually, because roofing, unfortunately, is pretty complicated. So I'll show you how I did it. Let's go back to the other house, and we're going to get rid of the second floor, and we're going to completely start over, okay? Because if I can do this, you can do this, because I'm not great, and I want you to be able to do it. All right, so here we are. Let's get rid of all of this. There we go. Now we've just got the stairs, this little front roof piece. This is irrelevant, this part right here. I thought about just smashing this down and getting rid of this roof piece, but no, I'm keeping it. It doesn't do anything for us either way. So here's what you want to do. Here's how I did it. You start with just the blank ceiling of the first floor. Now for a normal roof, how they start out, a short wall is going to be about 3 squares in. That's where it's going to connect. So you want to make it 3 squares in from where you want the edge of the roof to be, okay? And then here's where it gets tricky. We're going to take this roof here, we're going to go with this half gabled roof, and you're going to rotate it so it faces that way. We're going to go all the way across. Now for this house, I took these little things and took the eaves in because that's just the style of the house. You don't have to do that. Now, there's an easy way to get another one of these. Hit copy and then rotate this to face the opposite direction and pay attention to that green box because that's where your roof is going to be plopped down. So here we go. We've got our roof so far is made of 3 separate pieces, and there's going to be a 4th piece on top, okay? Now this is kind of a basic roof because we haven't changed the pitch or anything like that. Come up here, we're going to get the gabled roof, and then we're going to, now this one, it is important, and you'll see why in a second. This right here to adjust these eaves on the bottom, even if you don't adjust these ones, and it's for visual purposes. Then you're going to stretch this all the way over here, okay? Now I'm going to fix this really quickly to look like the other one, just with the different, the trim and whatnot. And then apply my roof textures, and then I'm going to use the eyedropper. Now on a roof, of course, you don't have to hold shift or anything else. I forget what the actual key combination on a console is to do the whole room. But since we've got this as its own room in the middle, you'll have to treat it like it's a whole room. So there we go. We've got our second floor in place. Now, I'm going to really quickly just finish this out so it looks like the other house. I've built this house so many times. I could build it in my sleep. It's one of my favorite ones to use. All right, there we go. So now, when we go down, we've got an open second floor that we can see into, but it gets better. There's another way you can do this, okay? So if you want to see into these little attic areas as well, you've got this roof up here. If you take these eaves all the way down, and make sure you've got the eaves and not the size of the roof, because that makes a difference. So it's these little buttons here and not these ones. Now, when you take the walls down, you'll be able to see into the attics as well. And that opens up all kinds of possibilities. You can have clutter up there, you can have junk up there, all kinds of stuff. I personally prefer it like this. This is my preference, but it really just depends on how you play the game. I'm going to go ahead and finish this attic out. This I left for expansion. It's actually a really good house for, um, like a young family or whatever. They're just starting out. It's ideal for that, honestly. Finish this out. And I believe in the other one I had carpet, and then I think I had a single light. I used almost entirely base game here. The only thing that's not base game that I used is the thermostat, because Sims get hot and cold really fast. Otherwise, everything's base game. But there we go. Now it's identical, and that's how you do it. So, yay! You've got a functional second floor under the roof that you can actually see without putting the walls all the way down. And that has been my tip for the day, and I hope you enjoyed it. So, be safe and whatnot, and I'll see you next time. Bye!